So today I would like to introduce to our agencies and our educators, whoever you are that joining us, you may be the attendees to our event later on, or you might be a partner that has come over. We are going to have a meeting with both Trine University and Studienkolleg MDWi, and they are going to represent both online courses and language education. So it is a very great duet between the two educators, and today you might have seen them at our Warsaw Conference 2023 as well, and today you're meeting them again. I'm sure that maybe before that some of you have already talked to our educators here, but today maybe let's see what new offers they're going to bring us, and we are of course excited to meet them again.
Okay, my name is Susanna. Next to me is Mr. Katif. You probably have met him in Poland. We are MDWi. Some of them already know us. And let's start. We are the way and let's say the bridge for the students who want to join German public universities and learn the language in Germany. Okay. So we'll talk a bit about Germany, why students do choose Germany, even though it's another country with a completely different language, while most of us already learn English from school, and why do people actually choose this challenge to learn the new language. Then we talk a bit of the university entrance requirements for foreign students, about this language level. We talk about our role in this path. We'll talk about the city of Magdeburg, where we are located, and we'll talk a bit of the application process. But more details into application process we can discuss also in our meetings later on in the afternoon. Okay, and then of course we have Q&A session. So if something is unclear, we will be explaining it once again. Okay, so why Germany? Why Germany with the complicated German language? So first of all, it's the European Union country with benefits of mobility. Once you're here, you can basically use the Schengen zone to travel. You can see a lot of other countries. It's pretty easy to obtain the citizenship, especially that Germany now signed the new law where people can get the citizenship even after 3 years of being integrated into the society, and the normal path was shortened up to 5 years. So after 5 years being in Germany, you might apply already for the citizenship. And of course, it's also a possibility to learn new language, which is, I don't need to explain to you, is another advantage at your CV. So, okay. Some other facts about Germany. It's the fourth largest economy in the world, not just in Europe. It has great GDP, whereas 46,560 per capita, and it's the strongest economy in the world. Most of these brands that you see on the screen, you probably heard of them. I'm sure you've heard of them. And these are also the companies where students do their internships while learning the language or while studying at the university. And it's a great perspective for the job market as well. So why is Germany that loved by foreigners, and what does it offer? So has the population of 83 million of people, but it has the aging problem. That's why young professionals are always welcome. It has a great employment rate, which is more than 77%. And number of graduates, just like by Germans, is too low to fill all the opening positions. That's why, again, young professionals knowing the language are very welcome here. And unemployment rate for people with academic education is less than 2.4%, which is a great mark, let's say. So again, we need well-educated, motivated young professionals. As this statistic also shows, there are more and more international students are coming, even during Corona year. I know everyone is already forgetting what was the COVID year and so on. But yeah, even this year it was increasing. Why? Because foreign students also have many rights. They have the right to work up to 20 hours per week. Automatically, if you have the student residence permit, you can work exactly as the German students do. And you have the right to stay 18 months after the studies for job search. So it doesn't matter if it was bachelor or if it was master, you still can stay 1.5 years to look for a job. You can try any company, you can try any job. And then once you found like the suitable for you, you can just apply already for the work permit. And there are no tuition fees at public universities, which is quite nice, I think. Okay. So we have a lot of institutions. So there are 106 universities, there are 216 universities of applied sciences, there are a lot of colleges, art colleges, so it's up to you which path you go through. You just need to know how to get there and how to follow all the requirements that are presented to the foreign students. So let's talk a bit the usual way how foreign students who don't have the right of direct admission get to the university. And I'll stop a bit for a second, talk about this direct admission, right? What is this? Not to confuse you. So you've heard that Germany is welcoming foreign students, but there is always a but, right? They do not actually accept all of the high school certificates, okay, high school diplomas. Don't ask me why. It's just because we think that school structure is a bit different in all the countries. It doesn't fit the level that Germany provide. So they say you have to take the foundation year for most of the students. It varies according to the country. It varies according to the curriculum of your high school. Some of you might have the right of the direct admission. So then it means you just need to prove your language proficiency. Some of you might not have this right of the direct admission, which means you have to do the foundation year, or how we call it in German, Studienkolleg. So normally, to enter to the Studienkolleg, you need to have the B1 level. Okay, so you need to pass the placement test. To reach this B1 level, you definitely will need like 6 months up to 1 year, depending on how motivated you are, how easy it's for you to learn the languages. What is your purpose? Do you go out with friends, or do you have parents who stay next to you and say, okay, learn the language? And then you enter the Studienkolleg, so basically this preparatory course, this foundation year. And if you go, for example, to the public one, because we also do have the public Studienkollegs, then we talk about very limited seats. So you have to be one of the best at your school to have the good mark at your high school certificate, and you have to be good at language to pass the placement test as well. So it's quite tricky because they're very limited. And then you need 1 year to finish. Even if you get there, you need 1 year to finish this course. After that, you have the final certificate of Studienkolleg, which is called FSB. Okay, we'll come back to that later. And then you try to apply to the university. So in total, if we calculate everything, 1 year of learning language, then 1 year at the foundation year, it's already 2 years plus the bachelor, which is 3 or 3.5 years. Then we have in total 5.5 years to obtain the bachelor degree in Germany. This is the normal way of how things are going. So what have we changed to minimize this effort, to minimize this time, and minimize the cost for students? We created a very intensive program for the language, which means you will actually dive into German language, because the classes are going to be every day. Of course, we're going to give you weekends, but 5 times a week. You will learn the language. You have the preparatory course before the Studienkolleg, which consists of A1, A2, B1. And then you have placement test plus Studienkolleg. So all of that we put in 1 year. So the thing that you would need 2 years for, we've shortened it to 1 year, where you have basically a Studienkolleg for around 9 months and learning the language very intensively. And we do have the guaranteed acceptance to our partner university in Magdeburg, which is Otto von Guericke University. And since this year, we also started to cooperate with the University of Applied Sciences in Magdeburg, which is called in German Hochschule Magdeburg-Stendal, but in English it's University of Applied Sciences. So, which shortens your journey to 1 year. And it means you need 4.5 years to obtain the bachelor degree in Germany. And calculating the costs, the living costs, for example, then you save enormously amount of money, but we'll talk about this later. Okay. So, what is this Studienkolleg? As I've told, firstly, you intensively learn German language. We usually start with the A2, because most of our students who already decide that they want to go to Germany come with some basic knowledge. In case you have students who just suddenly decided they don't know anything about Germany, it's also not a problem. We can offer the A1 course if needed also online. And the second step is, of course, Studienkolleg, which is foundation year. So it consists of German language, not let you not learn the German language. So it's going to be the B2 and C1 level for sure. And you're going to have the foundation subjects according to your profile. So we do offer 3 profiles. It's a technical, medical, and business. And they, of course, have different subjects. We'll talk about this. So for M course, the subjects are going to be biology, chemistry, mathematics, and medical terminology. For T course, chemistry, physics, mathematics, informatics. And for W course, it's going to be mathematics, economy, business. And starting from this year, they also will have informatics, so computer science. Final step is the university entrance, and you have to write down the Feststellungsprüfung, FSP, and then you can apply for a bachelor degree course at any German public university. And I want to stress it down to any university. So we do offer the conditional acceptance of 2 partner universities. But if you say, no, I want to go to Hamburg, I want to go to Berlin, then you're free to do so. Okay. On your own. We're gonna support you. We're gonna guide you through this process, but basically it's up to you how good you were at FSP exam, and your grades are gonna play a role as well, especially if you want to go to medicine. So let's talk about the service package. So obviously not only the language course that we're gonna offer to you. So in most of the countries, we do have agencies, and we hope that we will have more cooperations with you guys. So what we expect from our agencies, it's the comprehensive counseling in the country. So you will have all our support, all the information needed so that you can guide the student, give them the information about this program, give them the information about Germany, full assistance during application process, and support with visa procedures at German embassy. Again, you will have all the documents needed from us. You will be in direct communication with us, but we expect that you take care firstly a bit of the students in their country. And in Germany, we do pick up students from Berlin airport. So once he or she is landing in Germany, then you need to be sure that the student will arrive, and we're going to pick them up right from the airport and bring them to the student accommodation. So that means student doesn't need to worry, okay, where will I sleep? Is it going to be the railway station? Is it going to be airport? No, they have the private room in the shared apartment in the dorms where there are only our students, so no random people. All of them are associated with MDWi, which means it's a safe and comfortable student accommodation. We do provide the assistance in enrollment, in opening bank account, health insurance, residence permit. So these things are so normal for us when we are in our home country. But once we are abroad and we need to settle down there, literally, if you ask me, I would not know how to open a bank account in a foreign country. So firstly, you don't speak the language yet. Then they ask you for some kind of documents you've never heard in your country before. Health insurance, why? Maybe I have my travel one. So all of these is going to be taken care of. It's going to be explained to the student why, what are the advantages. And we have, at least according to the contract, we do write that we have day-to-day assistance for 3 months. In reality, it does look a bit differently, that it's completely throughout the course and even more, because students come to us even after they are finishing our course and ask for help, and we cannot say no. Okay, so yeah, so this is our disadvantage. We cannot say no to our students, so they have this comprehensive assistance throughout the program and even after. And of course, emergency help in case needed during the whole year. And by emergency, I mean anything like medical emergency, God forbid, I don't know, some kind of danger situations and so on. It's not happening often, but just for you to understand, in case it happens, student has the contact person, so you can be sure that everything is going to be all right. It's one of the pictures of city of Magdeburg. It's the building called Hundertwasser House. It's a very famous architecture. His buildings are also all around the world. There is one in Vienna, also I think, if I'm not mistaken, in Barcelona, but I can be mistaken, in Prague and so on. So city of Magdeburg is a state capital with a population of just 7,400 people. It's a safe European student city. It's pretty small, but most of the population is students. So during the holidays, it's pretty empty when students go back home. But it's nice and calm. You don't have that many places, let's say, that are going to be distracting you from studies. It's affordable accommodation, at least for now. I don't know how it's going to be in the next years when Intel is going to come to Magdeburg, because Intel is building the factory nearby to Magdeburg. So do try to come here as soon as possible.
The biggest one in Europe.
Yeah, it's going to be the biggest one in Europe and the biggest one outside of the US. And you have convenient shopping, good medical care and services. So you just see where Magdeburg is located, and we do have some kind of hours how you can reach other cities like Hamburg, Berlin, Frankfurt, Munich, Aachen. So Germany has pretty good railway connections. So you will be elsewhere in Germany and can travel and explore. From the second semester of Studienkolleg, students will have the free public transport within Magdeburg with their student card. As I mentioned, you have good connections. And there is another nice thing in Germany. It's called 49 euro tickets for regional trains, which means it's a bit slower than ICE, than the fast trains, but they are going everywhere. So all of the transports are covered. So, for example, to go to Berlin, you have the regional train, and then in Berlin, you don't need to pay for public transportation, which is amazing when you're a student, and you can save money this way as well. So, application. Required documents is just for your understanding, but nothing special, let's say, and we can discuss it more during our one-to-one meetings. And study fee. Study fee for the Studienkolleg, which also includes the foundation subjects, is 12,900 euro, plus the refundable deposit for the apartment, which means we do have experience with students. We know that sometimes things in the apartment might break, have this tendency to be broken somehow. So this deposit is for these reasons. In case everything is all right, then the student will get this deposit completely back. What you have this preparatory course, the language one. If the student already have this knowledge of the language, then of course it's going to be also refundable. It's a matter to discuss this. We provide the conditional university admission letter. We have this service package that I talked before. We do arrange the student accommodation for 12 months with internet, and we have the deposit. For those, as I mentioned, who have the right of the direct admission, which means their high school certificate is recognized and they can directly go to the university, we have the course that is called DSH in German. It's kind of, we'll explain it in, it's kind of like TOEFL and IELTS that you have for English-speaking universities. This is kind of the exam that you have for the German university. And we have in this course from A1 to C1 levels of German, so it's completely 1 year of learning language and a bit less. And the DSH exam, which allows you to enter the university. Once again, all the same service package, conditional acceptance, and arranging of student accommodation, plus rental deposit. And what you need to know, or what your student needs to know, that German Ministry of Education, German Ministry of Finance want to be sure that the student have enough money to leave, at least for the first year. And it's called blocked account, which is the amount of money they need to have at their bank account for their monthly expenses. Okay, so they want everyone who comes to Germany to have the good life as the German students also here have, so you don't feel somehow...
Normally for the first year.
Yeah, normally for the first year, so you don't feel, I don't know, disadvantages or whatever. Right now, for the next year, this sum is 12,324. It's the money of the student that the student used for this year. So it's around 1,000 euro per month. And from this money, you can pay your room, you can pay the insurance, you can pay for your residence permit fee, student card fee, radio tax, and approximately, let's say from our experience, it's 450 euro for personal expenses, traveling, food, clothes, and so on and so forth. This blocked account should be done at the German institution that provides it. There are several of them. There is, like, maybe you've heard Fintiva, Expatrio, Coracle, and many more. Or you can do it directly with us. It's totally up to you. If the student says, no, I want to do it at the institution, fine. They do have extra fees. It's totally up to them. We do have the right to do this blocked account as well. So if the students decide to do it with us, we do not charge them with extra fees to take care of the money. We also even offer the service of managing the money, meaning that we pay for the rent, we pay for the insurance, we pay for the residence permit. The student just gets the money that they can spend the way they want. So you don't need to, yeah, let's say we're gonna be their parents, who give them pocket money that they can easily spend without thinking, oh God, I forgot to pay for the internet or something like this. Okay, so this is totally up to you.
Hey, awesome. Thank you guys so much. You guys have answered 16 questions from 24, 25 agencies, and it was a very cool and active presentation from you. So thank you very much. I hope that student and recruitment agencies, you are already stunned by the presentation of Studienkolleg, and after that, you will have very, very blooming collaborations with them. We will also see each other again in the one-to-one meeting later on in the afternoon. And to you guys who will not join us, of course, if you are already in Net24 Apply platform, we will also send you the contact details of Studienkolleg as well. So no problem, please stay tuned. And also the video will be sent out to you in a moment.
Before I get started, let me give a brief introduction of our institution first. So Trine University is a private, non-profit university, and we offer academic degrees from associate's degree, bachelor's degree, and up to a doctor's degree. And we were founded in 1884, so quite a long history, almost in a small city called Angola, which is named after an African country, Angola, Indiana, in the Middle West of the United States. We also have a long history offering online programs and online degrees. It's almost 40 years now. So when COVID hit 4 or 5 years ago, we are very prepared to switch everything to online format. And also, we used to have multiple locations in the United States, but now more and more domestic students from the United States prefer the online format, and now some international students also joined us as the online student for several reasons that I'm going to mention. So our online program is very popular for several reasons, and as I mentioned, the first one is that we do have a long history offering all the courses in the online format. And we also are accredited by our accreditation body, which is the Higher Learning Commissions, one of the 6 regional accreditation body in the United States. And our online programs is also recognized among the best by the U.S. News and World Report. And here are some bullet points shows the advantage of our online programs. We do offer 24/7 tutor service that we partner with the tutoring company. All Trine online students will get free tutor service when they are taking our online programs or online courses. And it's very convenient as well. If a student is working towards a degree, we accept a lot of transfer credits. So for example, for bachelor's degree, in general, it requires a total of 120 credits to graduate. And we can accept up to 89 credits from other institutions or past experience. We have a lot of military that transferring their credits from their service. We also have students graduated from a community college or associate's degree from a smooth transfer to our undergraduate programs as well. So I'm not sure about the audience here today, but I'm assuming that most of our students are seeking for a bachelor's degree. However, if a student say, hey, I'm not ready for a 4-year degree yet, we also have a lot of associate's degree available. And later I will send a web page that shows all available degrees offered by our Trine Online department. And then third point is the key factor to many students, which is the cost. We adjusted our tuition early this year in January. Different than other institutions, we continue to evaluate the students' ability to pay the tuition, the debt, and also the market. Actually, we lowered our tuition this year. From last year, it's $3.99 per credit, and this year we lowered it to $2.99 per credit. So to complete a full bachelor's degree, it will only cost 300 times 120 credit, which is much lower than other competitors. I can do a quick math here. That's 36,000 US dollars to get a 4-year bachelor's degree completely online. And also with that tuition, all the costs for the textbook are also included. We use a lot of open source and free textbook options to further help lower the expenses our students need to bear. The last point is we have very flexible schedule. The format works like we do have two semesters in 1 year, spring semester and fall semester. And in each semester, we break them into 2 terms. So for example, from January to May is our spring semester, and we will break that into 2 terms. Term 1 starts in January and ends in early March, and term 2 starts in March and ends in early May. So each term is 8 weeks, and every 8 week, student will complete 1 or 2 courses. So this way, students will focus on less courses they needed at the same time. So normally in other institutions, students will need to take at least 4 to 5 courses at the same time in one single semester. The workload is still the same. In order to graduate in 4 years, to complete 30 courses a year, they need to take 30 credits each year. They need to take 4 to 5 courses every semester. It's still the same thing in Trine, but they don't need to take 4 or 5 courses at the same time. They can take 2 in one term and 3 in the second term. So it reduces their workload, and once they completed the first 2, they don't need to think about it anymore. And we also know for online education, some students cannot focus or concentrate for a very long period of time. That's why we condensed everything to a shorter term. We reduced it from a 16-week-long semester to 8-week-long term. And if the student wants to catch up, they can still do it in summer. We also have 2 terms in summer. That's even shorter. That's 6-week-long in summer, which I will explain a little bit more in detail. Later, I can show you the academic calendar. So all in all, it shows a flexibility a student can work towards their degree completely online. Yeah, next page, please. As I mentioned, we offer a wide range of degrees, from associate's degree, bachelor's degree to master's degree. We didn't list the doctor's degree here, but I will provide you the link to the updated page, including all the programs we have. So most popular ones here in bachelor's degree includes some business degrees in accounting, business administration, healthcare, information systems. We also have some special ones under manufacturing technology, psychology, and another one that we have a lot of inquiries now is from the RN to Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Depends on the audience. We do have some international students from Philippines and South Asian countries that are very interested in our Bachelor of Science in Nursing degrees. Our master's degree is completely online as well. And I will mention the schedule is the same, but the tuition is a little bit higher than the bachelor's degree, which I'll go in details from other link. Trine Online is very flexible, very affordable. And here is just a page listing why our students choose our Trine Online programs. We just updated our tuition last month. So this digital brochure is not completely updated yet. So on the left side, it shows the rotation and schedule of our Try Online program. Every semester is broken into 2 terms, and in spring and fall semester, it's 8-week long, and in summer, it's 6-week long. Summer is optional. Students can choose to take a break in summer, but all together, we have 6 terms in 1 year for our undergraduate programs and 5 terms for our graduate programs. And normally the students will choose to take 2 classes every term. That will make sure they still graduate in time. For undergraduate, the normal graduation time is about 4 years. And for graduate, all graduate programs consists 10 courses in total, 30 credits. So if they take 2 classes in each term, they can graduate as soon as 1 year. If they want to take 1 class in each term, then they can graduate in 2 years. So it's really a self-paced program. The students can choose to graduate early or late, depends on their own workload, because many students choosing our Try Online programs outside of school, they also have full-time jobs and other duties to our traditional main campus students. And on the right side, you will see the tuition for our online programs. As I mentioned, for our undergraduate courses, it's now reduced to $2.99 per credit. And the graduate course tuition remains the same, which is $5.75 per credit. But still, $535 times 30 credits is less than 18,000 US dollars. So less than 18,000, you can get a graduate program, a graduate degree. That's very attractive. And now we have over 7,000 graduate students enrolled at Trine University, both online and on-site, seated. I'd like to mention is we are very flexible, not only in the schedule. Start as a Try Online student, and later they decided to come here to the United States to finish up their remaining courses. That's also possible. In this way, it will significantly reduce the total expenses getting an American degree. For example, they can take a bachelor's degree. The first 3 years, they can take it as an online student. And in the last year, they can fly to the United States and be a main campus student. And in this way, any students who is studying over 1 year in the United States, they can still enjoy all the benefits as an international student, including the CPT and OPT opportunities, which gives them work authorization to work in the United States. For the STEM programs, they can stay as long as 3 years in the United States. So there are a lot of mixed hybrid format as well. Since we are a private university, we control the quality by limiting the number of students in each class. So what makes us special and unique is you may hear many other universities provide online programs as well. And the difference is in our online programs, every class will have a limit number of students. Every class will have a top of 25 students in each class. So in some larger state universities, they may have a class that has over 100 students in the same course. But for us, we will divide them into smaller sections, and each faculty is only responsible for 25 students. In this way, we can have more personal interaction between the faculty and students. In that way, we will know our students better. We will help them not only in the class, but if they have any career-related questions, we can know the background of the students, we can give them more information as need. Makes us very special as well.
Thank you very much for your information, for sure, because when it comes to private universities, it's always something more unique, and you're more flexible with the courses and how you have your students. I can see that on your social media of Trine University, you guys are very active as well. Many activities, not only teaching, but sports, student activities, meeting ups. It's very nice to see it. So you guys, if you have a chance, you can also find the Instagram or Facebook of Trine University and check it out. It's going to stun you a lot. So
Yeah, we are very active in recruiting and meeting our not only students but also our
yeah.
agents as well. Right now my colleague is in Nigeria, attending some high school visits and events organized by local partners. So
Wow.
any partner attending the meeting today, if you're having events going on, you can also share the information with us. If our schedule and budget allows, we can send faculty and staff over in your country and help you talk to your sub-agents or the parents and students who are interested in our programs as well.
Thank you, Jensen, for coming today, and I will see you soon, I hope.
Sure. Yeah, we are planning to attend some Net24 events this year, so I'm sure we'll meet again. And thank you all the partners that hope to see you soon in later one-on-one meetings.